Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of What's Cooking at Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market with Executive Chef Angelo Loria. And there's a real food magazine here that you have a great recipe in. It's apple and ricotta beignet. What is a beignet?
A beignet is basically, it's a dessert fritter. You can, it's a dough, it's a French sort of twist on a donut, but it's much more rich, and here we filled it with apple and ricotta too, so it's not that heavy weighted down one. It's going to be real light, super delicious too, and a real food magazine is really taking advantage of the harvest in Michigan. The fall is when you really want to be in Michigan. Oh, yeah. Michigan is when we got our apples coming, of course. We've got blueberries, butternut squash, peaches. It is the most wonderful time to be in Michigan if you love fresh produce.
Oh, it really is. Apples are huge, especially in Michigan in the fall. And I understand the Vincent Joe's Real Food magazine is available at checkout with purchase of $50 or more, complimentary, right?
Complimentary, yeah, and it's got great recipes in there. It's got some stories. We all have recipes, but these recipes that we have in there are made from the heart. We've got great nationwide authors, nationwide chefs in there as well, talking about their childhood and what food is to them. And food should always bring back some kind of memory, whether happy, sad, some kind of feeling. It's very emotional when you cook, so that's why it's a great magazine to have, and it's free if you with a $50 purchase or more.
All right, seeing all the ingredients here, let's get to the task at hand. Beignet, that sounds kind of French. What is that just kind of how it sounds, or is it really?
No, it's a beignet. It's a French. It's huge in New Orleans. So in New Orleans, you've got every other shop on Bourbon Street. It's either a bar or a beignet shop. So it's just great food. It's something that and the beignets too. It helps absorb any excessive alcohol that you might be drinking, whatever. So. But again, it's going to be light, and it's going to be so easy. We're going to have you man the ship on this one. Woo. So first thing we're going to do, Nick, is we're going to put the butter in the pan.
Just squirt her in there?
Squirt her in there. Give it a little tap.
There we go.
Turn on the fire.
Oh, yep. See, look, I already did something wrong. There you go. And just let her burn, or?
And we're going to let it melt, yeah. And you can do this in the microwave if need be, whatever. But we've got this here, and we figured why not. In the meantime, we're going to add our ricotta to the mixer.
Perfect. All right.
So the ricotta is that right there in that deli package. Yep.
Here we go. Look at that.
So ricotta, it's basically it's cooked milk made into cheese, a very soft cheese, but it's a staple for not just Italian cooking, but French as well. Yep. Go ahead, add that.
Take this.
Yep.
Kind of. Whoa! There I go.
Perfect.
Right. Didn't look too graceful, but got the job done. Huh?
Got the job. Just got to get in.
All right,
and then you have a container full of sugar and cinnamon. Nope.
Oh, yep.
Sugar and cinnamon.
Okay. Pour this in there?
Pour that in there.
All right, here we go.
And then whenever you're dealing with a mixture and you add powders, like we're going to be adding flour a little bit later, you want to make sure you start off low, or else you're going to get a nice whitewash for everyone.
Yeah.
So go ahead and let's lock her up and get her started.
So do I raise her up with this here, right?
Yes.
Give it a crank, or close first?
Either one.
All right, we'll close her and crank her.
Let it lock. Yep.
There we go. And hit start. Look at that. Step one.
So we're going to cream the ricotta and the cinnamon and the sugar all together. Okay. That way, you don't want to chew on granulated sugar.
No,
as you're going through.
Reminds me of the beach. It's like sandy almost.
And this is almost 100% Michigan. The sugar is Michigan sugar. The butter's from Michigan. The cinnamon, you have to import the good stuff, but. It's great. Again, it's so bountiful with the apples and the different festivals going on here too. And the cider mill is a staple of Michigan fall. And sometimes you don't have time to go to the cider mill, so you come here, and we're like your miniature cider mill. We've got the donuts, we've got the beignets, we've got the cider.
You're giving out hay rides, I heard, on your personal car.
Exactly. Actually, I got a Vespa. We'll be spinning it out on that. So we're going to cream it out a little bit.
Sounds good.
And as soon as this gets melted, we're going to add it directly.
Just pour it. Oh, right. You don't. While it's going.
While it's going.
That looks very complex.
Oh no! It makes for a safer way to add product in there. Because if you're having to close it or open and close it, you're shutting it off. You're doing wear and tear on the motor. And then as well, you got it open and it's spinning. There's a chance you get your finger caught, and we're not looking for any workman's comp issues over here.
No, so. Absolutely not. So this, I feel like there's still got a little bit of ways on the butter.
It's got a little bit, but you're almost there.
So
you don't want to turn it brown. Sometimes even easier if you want to put it in the microwave and do it that way. We've got a stove here, so why not use our stove?
Might as well. How much butter did we put in?
So we've got, I think we've got about 4 ounces of butter.
Okay, cool. So this literally just pour right into
You're
here.
gonna pour right into there. Yep,
So
and you're good to go on it.
You want me to do that?
Yes. You
All right,
feel confident enough?
No, but
Okay, if you want me to do it,
you know what? We're on a tight schedule. We might as well let the master do this one here.
It's a little bit of pressure on me now.
No pressure at all. None. Look at that. With ease. It's like you've done this a couple times.
Hey.
Look at that. Yeah, see, we would have had to clear the whole radius out.
We still had a
Get
few
a mop
drippings over here.
If I would have, no, that's way less than if I was doing it.
But that's the thing too. So we've added that now. Now we're gonna add in our vanilla paste, and that's the
Which is this bad boy
that's that
right
one
here.
right there.
Look at that.
Exactly.
See, I got my first one right.
You got your first one.
So pour it in the same way?
Pour it in the same way.
All right, we'll open her up. We'll pour her in. See, I can handle that, I think. Yeah.
And now it comes for the fun yet challenging part.
Fun for you, challenging for me. Fun to watch me struggle.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our 6 eggs now, but we're gonna add them one at a time. You're gonna crack them and put them through the slide.
Oh, all right. This sounds like fun. So take our eggs.
And again, this is a great thing. If you're at home with the kids, you just got back from Vincent Joe's, pick up the apples. You got the Real Food magazine. It's a great way to keep them in the kitchen too, so you're cooking together, and it's a great way to bring family together.
All right. I don't think I've cracked an egg in years, so just crack it here.
Crack it, yeah. Usually on a flat surface, so it doesn't.
Right
so
here?
no shells end up. Yep.
And then,
You're doing great, Nick.
is that right? And then
That's
open
perfect.
it.
Then open it and put it right in.
All right. We'll let you do the rest. All right. Okie doke. See the beauty of live television, huh? Watch me struggle. You laugh, but inside I feel like you're a little disappointed in my lack of ability.
Not at all, Nick. You know, you've that was the first time. This is our 14th take on this. That was your first time you actually dropped one.
Yeah,
so
yeah, right.
all the practice runs, you really nailed it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, thank you for saving me there.
You got it. And so we're going to add 1 egg at a time. We're going to crank it up a little bit here. Add 1 egg at a time, and we want to incorporate the entire egg before we add another one.
So, let's say for some reason you're cooking with 2 people, one person disposes an egg not into the mixer. Is it that big of a problem? If you
No,
only have 5?
just go grab another egg.
Oh, that's simple.
It's one thing if you're doing the savory side of cooking, but when
Yeah.
you do the baking, it's all a chemistry formula. You know,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
all.
good.
You got to make sure you have all the equipment that you need, and all the ingredients as well.
So then you let it grind up a little bit before you add the next egg.
Exactly. You just want to incorporate, because if you incorporate all at once, it's going to get too sloppy. It's going to get too messy. It's not going to be that dough, the consistency that we want.
Yeah.
And so while you're doing this, it's a great time to get your apple pie filling ready. We did it ahead of time here, but it's all listed in our Real Food magazine. We've got our apple, we've got our cinnamon, we've got our nutmeg, we've got our allspice. So basically you're making apple pie filling, but instead of putting it in the form of a pie, you've got it in your beignet. And it gives it a great sweet and great spices. And you can smell it, Nick.
Oh. It just smells like fall.
It smells. It does. I know we're still hoping for an Indian summer, a little bit more heat, but fall's coming. We can't avoid it, and it's time to.
We could have the warm weather with the fall trees.
Absolutely.
Who wants to go on a hayride when it's 80 degrees? I'll take it. I'll take it. And then afterwards we'll come here, get some beignet.
Absolutely.
So yep, there you go, cleaning up my mess. One of many.
That's all right. But again, there's when it comes to food, you shouldn't be intimidated because an egg or something happens. The most important thing is that you're cooking, you're in the kitchen, and it's building relationships, like I like to say. So we're gonna open it up, and sometimes the dough gets stuck on the side here, so we've got a rubber spatula.
That's right.
And we're just gonna scrape it down a little bit.
Right, absolutely. And this is something I don't even think I could mess up, cleaning up the side. That's just to kind of get everything at the bottom.
Get everything at the bottom
nothing
back
left
up.
behind.
Yep.
Right, absolutely.
No soldier left behind.
And in the meantime, with the you have your apple pie here.
We have our apple pie filling there, and again, you use fresh apples. It's a lot of times you just get the good ingredients. You get fresh apples. You get fresh Michigan apples at this time, and stand out of its way and don't screw it up too much, and you're okay. You're good. So now we're gonna be adding the flour.
Do you really want me to step back up to the plate here?
You know what? We're gonna take this off, and I think you can do it. We're gonna
All
make
right.
this super simple, so there's less of a mess being happening.
There we go. We're gonna move this over here.
Right over here.
Sounds good to me. Move the filling over a little bit.
Yep.
And just pour it in.
Just pour it in. Be careful when you come out. We don't want a big flour bomb to
We'll try
go.
to-
See, not so bad.
Look at that. Oh, a little left. Use every grain here.
A free grain.
I'll just set this off to the side.
And if you have all your ingredients measured out ahead of time, you have all this set. Even if you have children with you, you can do it together, and you don't have to worry about leaving them unattended with
Right.
between the heat and a mixer. So we'll turn it back on low,
Low.
because again, we don't want the big poof of flour to be flying up.
So if someone doesn't have a big high-tech mixer like this, what else could they use?
You know, the electric mixer, the electric handheld mixer works just great with this. A smaller stand mixer works well. And if worse comes to worse, you just use the old-fashioned whisk to whisk everything together.
Just takes a little bit longer.
It takes a little bit longer, but we like to say it adds character.
Absolutely.
You know?
No more personality in a in beignet here. How long now are you going to let this?
Well, we're going to mix it till it just comes together. And we're at that point about right now, and you can take a look
Perfect.
here.
Here we go.
It just comes together like this, and now it's time to add our apple pie filling. And I think that one,
All right.
we're going to have you
one
handle
here,
that.
We're going to let me handle this
Yeah.
here. We'll get some of maybe the butter off the side.
That's okay.
Leave it because it's all going
It's
to the
all
same
going
place, right?
all going to the same place.
Here we go. This is something. Just pour it in.
Pour it in.
Oh, look
If
at
you need a
that.
little bit of help, just go ahead and use that rubber spatula.
Let's see what we got here. No, look at that. Ah, yeah, we will.
You got all that goodness in there too, so
That's right.
get it all in there.
That's right. Made with love.
Here we go. You get the
Oh, yeah, see, look. Give it to the pros. Get every last drop
every last
there.
drop.
That's right.
And then give the sides a quick scrape there, Nick. We'll
All
lower
right.
this canister down.
All right.
Give the sides a quick
Should I
scrape.
get this
Yep.
thing here too? Mix that up a little
And then
bit.
while you're doing this, probably around this time is when you want to turn your oil on, because we're going to be deep frying pretty soon.
What do you think? Is that good?
That's good.
Set this off here. So now,
Now close her back up and
Close
just give
her
her a
up.
spin.
close, lift, start.
Start.
Look at that.
And you say you couldn't do it. Come on, Nick.
We saw earlier what happens when you leave me alone. So now we got the, is this some oil here?
With some hot oil, yeah. So we're gonna be deep frying. So again, when you're doing this, just be careful. Don't add too much. You don't want to cool the oil off too much. Make sure your oil's around 325 degrees, 350 degrees, just to keep everyone safe.
Yeah.
And if you fill it too much, your oil's gonna cool off too much. They're not gonna float to the top, and they're not gonna be that perfect donut. We're good over here too.
Good, hit stop.
Hit stop.
Stop her. Open her up.
Open her up. Lower her down.
Lower her down.
This on.
Let's see. Get that off there. Whoop, look at that. See, I would not have been able to recover. It would have fell. We would have had to start over.
Start over again. But again, for all the practice takes, you were awesome. You were right on point.
Yeah, right. There's only 14 practice takes that we had, so we're good now.
So now is the fun part. The fun part where you could get burned, but
That I probably will. So
if you want to grab those scoops over there,
all the above.
just the two scoops. Yep, all three. Yep.
Yep.
So
This is the anti-burn device here.
that's what we're going to be fishing with.
No bait.
What's that?
No bait.
No
to fish
bait.
this time.
So what we're going to do, Nick? We're going to take a scoop. The recipe says 4-ounce scoops. I kind of like to feel that if you make smaller sizes of them,
You can eat more. Yeah.
So I'm on
Might
that
as well, huh?
mindset.
That's right. Who doesn't like to eat more?
So we're going to take a scoop of it, and our oil should be plenty hot by now.
Yeah, I can feel it on my arm. By the way, I can, even though it's not cooking yet, it already smells great. Is that too big?
That's perfect.
Oh, look, it didn't even splash. It's like I've done this before. All right, here we
Don't
go.
they say 14 times a charm?
That's right.
And just be mindful, you know, it's going to be hot. This might be a spot where the parents want to take over for the kids.
Oh, absolutely. Or I take the grown kids like myself.
We'll do one more scoop,
Yep.
and that should be good. We don't want to overfill.
If they get too close together, will they stick together?
They might, and they're going to cool everything off. So we want to make sure we don't add Just like if you're making fries, you're frying fries. You don't want to put too many fries in the basket.
Exactly. It overflows.
It overflows.
Could be a real disaster.
And now we're going to take our skimmer. Make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. And so it's going to be about 3 to 4 minutes, but I'll let you know. It'll be golden brown. They'll float to the top.
When they float, that's how you know it's time. That's the one thing when I did deep fry back in my day. I didn't have to undercook anything because it was already floating.
Already floating.
Exactly. So while these are cooking, again, this recipe can be found in the Vincent Joe's.
And our Vincent Joe Real Food Magazine.
Yeah.
You know, and you come in and you want a sample. I'm sure we'll have some samples laying around.
This smells amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely delicious. If you want to grab our plate over there.
Absolutely.
And our powdered sugar.
You bet. Should I bring the bowl with it, or is this?
The bowl with it too.
Yeah, probably. We don't want to lose it all, huh? And again, it's always easier to have everything measured out before you make it.
Exactly. So
Makes
then
things a lot
you're not
faster.
running into any problems.
Exactly. Because then if these are cooking and you're scrambling to get some powdered sugar,
Yeah.
you could burn these things.
You're going to burn everything up. Absolutely you will.
And if you do burn it, I'd be happy to eat the burned product. I'm sure it'll taste just as good.
You see these guys working around a little bit here.
Yeah, swimming.
And use whatever, you know, I use soybean oil, but whatever kind of flavorless oil is best for this for this recipe. You don't want to, like olive oil, you don't want the olive oil flavor in it necessarily. But if you're a big fan of olive oil, knock yourself out.
Oh man, I can't get over the smell. It smells like football season, Halloween, hay rides.
All into one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
It's going to be great. And too, there's this recipe, and apples are in season. We got a ton of other recipes in there too. You know, you'd be surprised adding apples, or apple sauce, can bring some sweetness to different recipes. So if you're making a butternut squash soup, add some apples or some apple sauce in there. It'll get that sweetness, extra sweetness in there too.
Yeah.
Apples are such a versatile fruit to use in the kitchen.
Do I still need my little scoop here?
We're gonna scoop some more maybe.
Oh, we are. Okay, I'll set this down.
So I think this will give us a good run of what we got.
Yeah, this is something here. And what if you're going for a little presentation? Should you put maybe some sliced apples on the sides?
That would be great. Or you know what, you can have some chocolate sauce on the side.
Now
so you got powdered sugar, you've got the chocolate sauce, and you're good to go. Now we're gonna have you finish the plate by sprinkling a little bit of that powdered sugar on it.
With this here?
Yes.
I'll go right-handed, so maybe less apt to drop anything. Just sprinkle it out.
Yep.
Just right on the product.
Right on there. Voila.
Done?
That's it.
Look at that.
That's all it is.
That looks very appetizing,
Let's
by the way.
scoop a few more.
Scoop a few more.
So we can feed. You got a huge crew out here. You got like 15,
we got to
20
feed
people
everybody,
out here.
right?
Man,
you know,
man.
if we got the product, we might as well do it. So get a whack of this out here, huh? Do maybe one more.
Yeah. There we go. It's as simple as that. Again, the cooking's not about making anything complicated. It's using fresh ingredients that are in season and spending time with family and friends. And let us help you in shopping the ingredients for you. We have great recipes to go behind it too. And if you're ever in here, you run into me or run into any of our other chefs, ask us if you want to try something new. We've got tons of ideas that we'd love to pass on. Go to our website, vincentjoes.com, for a whole host of recipes on there. Real Food Magazine, it's absolutely a great read. It's got things from the kids to the expert level with the stories behind it too.
Awesome. Shall we give this a try?
Let's eat.
All right. Now, just grab it. It's a finger food.
This is New Orleans street food here. If you ask for a fork, you're probably going to get mugged. They're probably going to take your money. They know you're a tourist, so you want to make sure.
I'm going to practice not being a tourist. I'll try a small one here. They're probably pretty hot.
They are, yeah.
So I'll try to refrain from burning myself here.
Salud.
Salud. Let's give this a try. Oh, wow.
That's good.
Wow. Cinnamon, powdered sugar. So this is a beignet.
Your
Right
ability
here.
to sprinkle that powdered sugar on really made this.
Yeah, that was it, right?
That was it,
That was
absolutely.
it. So while the rest of these are finishing up, this is a fall treat.
Yes.
Right here, Vincent Joe's, obviously, can be found, your exact recipe that we cooked up today, in Vincent Joe's Real Food Magazine.
Real Food Magazine. And the thing is if you have extra batter, you can go ahead and use it anytime you'd like. You know, the better, because the closer to when you make it, you use it, you're gonna fry up a lot better for you, I should say. But the most important thing is to have fun and just eat it while they're hot.
And they are,
and
they are
they're
good.
they're delicious.
Well, again, this is a real quick make. Obviously, we made it all from scratch right
Yes.
here. It wasn't like some of the past things we made where we've had one waiting for TV purposes.
Yeah,
this
no.
is literally made from scratch this fast. And as we put the final beignet on the plate here, that's it. It's
That's it.
done.
It's
Now
done.
the rest is just for everyone to enjoy. I'd like to thank you for letting me into your kitchen for another episode of What's Cooking at Vincent Joe's with Executive Chef Angelo, Loria. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone.